All right, it's springtime, so we're going to take a look at our apple tree. I've shown this before in the battle against the codling moth. So this is our 3 variety tree. This branch here has got the red delicious. You see some are already starting. This one here is Fuji, and then this one here, my favorite, is the Gala apples. So I like the Gala apples the most. I've kept the most of that part of the tree. So it's grafted to some stalk that puts up suckers you have to cut off every once in a while. There's one over there. I'm gonna cut that one off. Anyway, each year we battle the codling moth. So we got a new product this year we're going to try. So I'll show that to you, and I'll show what we used before with I would say middling results, and we'll try our new product this year and see how it works out better. But since the apples are set, all the blossoms are gone. There's some little baby apples here. There's some bigger ones up here. These are the Galas. So the apples are set, so it's time to start spraying. See if we can beat the codling moth this year. All right, so this is what I have been using the last, I don't know, 5 years or so. Piola. It's got pyrethrins in it, which is based on it's based on the chrysanthemum plant or something. So this is supposed to be a mild insecticide. It's got some oil to help disperse it. Then I got this sticker, and it helps it stick to the plants better or something. I was convinced it did anyway. So mix those two together, a couple capfuls into water like this, and this is a pressurized sprayer. You pressure it up by pumping, and then you spray, and it comes out this side. So now when I spray, I always wear goggles and a mask. This is a K94 mask. It's from Korea. It's hard to get K95 masks in the US because of the COVID, but you can get these Korean masks. You can't get KN95 masks from China, but I refuse to do that. So anyway, this stuff is really sticky and goopy to work with, so I always use gloves. That's a good idea anyway. So in any case, I got a new sprayer this year because this one's all kind of gummed up with this sticky stuff. So we're not going to use this year. It worked. I mean, I'm guessing it worked okay. Didn't really have any way to tell how well it was working. Definitely didn't really cut down on the codling moths that much. So I would say this was ineffective for my application. So this year I found out about a new product. It comes under the brand name of Monterey Garden Insect Spray, but it has Spinosad, which is a bacteria that apparently attacks the bugs, but isn't harmful to people or pets. So this is for use in organic gardening. So it's a natural bacteria that just happens to not like, it likes to attack these types of bugs that are attacking your plants. So we're going to try this year. We'll mix it up according to the directions, and we'll see how it does. Okay, so I read the instructions. It says for 32 ounces, you're going to use 1 tablespoon. So this is a tablespoon. And this sprayer holds up to 46 ounces. So we'll fill it to 32, which is about 1,000 milliliters. And then we'll put in this 1 tablespoon of this stuff, and then we'll swoosh it around a little bit, and then we'll spray it on and see how it works. All right, fill this up to 32 ounces. It's actually about 950 milliliters. So we'll take the top off of this. See how it's protected. Okay, it's got one of those lift thingies, so we lift that off. And we'll measure out 1 tablespoon and pour it in the top. It's kind of milky. That's interesting. All right, it says 99.5% other ingredients, which I'm assuming are mostly water, but it looks like it has some kind of emulsifier or something. All right, so that's in there. We put our top back on, screw it on. This is a brand new sprayer. I figure it's better to start with a brand new one. I don't know how that sticky stuff would affect this bacteria. I probably wouldn't like it. So, brand new sprayer from Orchard Supply, which is now out of business. It's now, at least in our area, it's called outdoor supply hardware. So they bought all the stores up and reopened some of them. This is a nice sprayer. You just pump it up to pressurize it about 15, let's see, 15 to 20 strokes to pressurize. And then you just push this, you pressurize it by pumping this way. Pumps air into it. Then to spray, you just push down this button, and then it'll hold like this. And you can adjust the spray pattern by turning this nozzle here. All right, so we'll get this fired up and we'll see how it works on the plant. I'm going to put my goggles and my mask on before I start. I found out about this product on the University of California, Davis website. They have a whole section on codling moth control. And there's a complicated formula for figuring out when you should spray this. It involves using pheromone traps to see when the codling moths are emerging, and then calculating basically how hot it's been since the last time they were emerging, and then you spray based on that. But for me, that's too complicated. If you had a big grove of apple trees, yeah, and you're spending a lot of money on this stuff, then you might want to follow all their directions. But I'm just going to spray once a week this season and see what happens. I was spraying once a month with the other stuff, but I think I'm going to try once a week with this. And you know that this amount of spray here will last at least a month easily. So it's only going to cost a very small amount of money for my one tree. So we're going to just go by that. I will put a link to the UC Davis website. That's an ag school in California. And you can check it out for yourself, and they have ways to calculate the optimal time. But those pheromone traps are expensive. It's like $10 a piece. I did try controlling the codling moths with pheromone traps, but they were so expensive you had to replace them about every week. It's better just to buy apples from the store. So we're just going to spray once a week, and we'll see how it goes throughout the season. I'll do some updates after this initial video, and we'll see how effective it is based on how many apples are attacked. And I have a vague, general idea. Last year, usually about half the apples are attacked by the codling moth. So if we do better than that, then I'll say it's a win. So I'm going to get geared up and we'll start spraying. I'll just show you. Basically spray all around the tree, up and down, under the leaves, on the fruit. It's basically on the trunk, everywhere. Kind of cover the whole tree. And I'll just do a little bit of spraying on the video and just show you how I do it. All right. My voice is a little bit muffled because I'm wearing a mask. So just pump this up 15 times. And then you push down this button. And so it's you can also lock the button in, which is nice. I usually try to make a fairly directed spray. You just move it around on all the fruit and all the leaves, and I'm going to spread this is just bacteria. So I'm going to spread it around so it can grow where it lands, and then if it starts coming out kind of slowly, just pump it a few more times. It can grow where it lands, and if a codling moth larva lands on it, then maybe it'll attack it. That's the idea. So just go all around the tree and try to cover everything. Also make sure I get the fruit. They're going for the fruit, so. And you can just wash this off. Apparently it doesn't affect people, so just wash it off. I mean, we'll wash our fruit anyway, so should be able to wash it off and have it good to eat. This is a natural product, so it can be considered still organic farming. I try to do if I can. I do use some artificial fertilizers, but those are just for convenience. But I try to do natural pest control if I can. Yeah, that's going on pretty well. This is a lot easier to put on than the sticky stuff because it's not sticky. It's more watery with some emulsifier in it to keep the bacteria suspended in the water, probably. All right, well, that's pretty good. Doesn't take that long. It's hard to know how well you're cooking. Yeah, put some more in the trunk, I think. I remember somewhere they climb up from the ground on the trunk, but I'm not sure that's true. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, they can land. They can be attacked by the bacteria, so that's good. All right, I think that's enough. We'll come back in a week and do it again, and then we'll just keep going throughout the summer, and I'll tack some updates on the end of this video, and we'll just see how it goes. Here's hoping we get more apples this year. One more thing, it's a good idea when you're done spraying to release the pressure. There's no need to put pressure on these O-rings and stuff that seal this up. So just untwist this, relieve the pressure, and twist it back on. It's good to go next time. Probably just shake it up a little bit before I spray it next time. Okay, time to wrap up our assault against the codling moth in our apple tree. And I'd say, you can tell, look for yourself, but I'd say this was a very successful year. Lots of great looking apples. There's one that's got the worm in it, but it's okay. The moth can get some of them, we'll get the rest. Coming around here, again, more apples. These are all the Gala apples. Back here are the Fujis. Those actually look pretty good. They'll come in later. A lot of them are still green down below, so they ripen a lot later. Some have fallen on the ground. Most of the ones on the ground have codling moth in it, like right there in the flower area. Of course, there's a big one right there. But so they fall on the ground. That's fine. We just throw them in the green bucket. Here's the red delicious. Those did pretty well. We don't like those as much, so I don't really care. These are needed for fertilization or pollination of the other apples, apparently. So I don't care too much about those. So I would say that the Monterey Garden Insect Spray, developed at UC Davis, as far as I know, it was a big success. So it's a Spinosad. It's a bacteria that attacks the codling moth. And it's pretty easy to use. I just use this sprayer and mix it according to the directions. And I was spraying once a week from the first time the apples set to just a couple weeks ago. So I've been well, I'd say, yeah, about 4 weeks ago, I only sprayed every other week. So let's get a little bit left in here. I'm just going to dump it on the ground or somewhere. Maybe it'll get one more moth. But I'm not going to bother to spray anymore because there's plenty of apples for us. And we'll see how it does next year. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming. And if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.